All right, what's up, guys? I got the keys here back in another video. So, today's topic is, are you observing reality or are you creating it? Right? So, most people think that life is happening to them, right? And they're not aware that they're creating it consciously, right? What if consciousness or awareness has a role in shaping our reality, right? Like, are we truly observing life or are we creating life? And, some of the common beliefs that we tend to have around this are, like most people will see reality as um, a fixed destination, or that it only operates in one way. And that all of it is external and not internal, right? But in truth, we know that we create reality from within ourselves, right? Whatever we feel, think, and do on the inside is going to project outwardly, okay? So, life for a lot of people feels like a series of random events, right? Where things just happen and they're reacting, right? Um, but what if the opposite is true? That actually we're observing and choosing what we respond to. Okay. And that's what creation really is. So, a lot of people will react instead of consciously participating, being aware of the things going on in their mind, being aware of their feelings, being aware of their body. Okay. So from a conscious perspective, right? Our awareness influences our perception of the world. Okay, so for instance, we could have an awareness that our boss treats us a certain way, or that our friend treats us a certain way, or that our parents treat us a certain way, right? And because we have that awareness and we believe that that's true, that's what we will see. We will see more of that because we are projecting it, right, from ourselves. Okay. So that's just an example, and that can apply to anything. But there's also the observer effect that we have in physics, right, in quantum physics, and it says that basically, if something is not observed, is it real, right? Like if you never saw the tree fall in the forest, did it really fall? Okay. Um, for instance, like if with the wars and stuff, are they really happening or are they projecting that onto us and then we're believing it and then it really happens in our world, right? So, our beliefs filter what we notice and experience in the world. So, does that make sense? It's like anything that we anything that we believe to be true, to believe that we believe is fully true. And you know what I mean? So it's like if we notice it and we believe it, then we experience that. So if we're believing that let's say our car is going to break down on the way to work. We have that thought and we start to believe it and we're like, oh, what if that does happen? And then you start imagining it and then you start, putting in attention and the thing ends up happening at some point, right? So if we have these certain beliefs, that will filter exactly what we see. Um, so if you believe that you're not desirable as a partner, if you believe that you're not confident, you will see more examples of that, right? Does that make sense? So people will not choose you. People will not stay around. People will ignore you. You know what I mean? You see what I'm saying? So it perpetuates how we see reality, and how we see ourselves is how we see reality. Okay? So consciousness might not just observe reality, right? It actually probably interacts with it more than anything, right? And, there's some real life examples of this where, like I said before, if you expect something bad, you receive more bad, you receive more negatives. Okay. So if you're looking for bad, you find more bad. Okay. So if you come home and you're freaking out about the traffic on the way home and the blah blah blah, well, guess what? You just got more traffic. You just got more things to piss you off today. You see what I'm saying? So your emotions and intentions and beliefs all create your reality. Okay? So, like when you're confident, okay? Opportunities just seem to appear out of nowhere. Um, the person that you've been dreaming of forever suddenly shows up. You were not expecting it because you weren't focused on it. It just happened because you were being the person that attracts that thing. Okay? Or that person or whatever. Okay? So again, this is how reality works. You become the person that gets all of those things. You're not actually manifesting anything outside of yourself. You are all of those things. You are the job, you are the person, you are the material object. It is all you. It is all consciousness, okay? So again, your attention changes your experience, right? Whatever you pay attention to, whatever you focus on intimately, okay, that is brought into your reality in some way, shape, or form. Okay. And when we let that thing go, okay, and now we've become the person that attracts it, now it's here. Does that make sense? So, there's the example of two people can live in the same world, but experience two different realities, right? And it's like one person could be having the experience. Okay, let's say there's a homeless guy asking for money on the street, right? There's one person that will see that guy as, oh, he's probably looking for money for drugs, or he's probably, I don't know, maybe he, I don't know, murdered somebody or something, and now he got out of jail or whatever and is on the street because he did bad things. Or but then there's the person that sees that person and all they can think of is, oh wow, what a poor guy. Like I would love to help him, in any shape I could, right? In any way that I could. And that's two different perceptions right there, right? It's like, okay, either I see this guy as bad or I see this guy as good. Um It's the same thing that we see a lot with celebrities, right? There's people that will judge them and say they're bad or they're this or they're that. But then there's people that love them and have complete admiration. Um, so, in conclusion, right? It's like we don't control the entire universe. We only control our own awareness, our own perception. Um, So what we do influence, right, is how reality unfolds for us based on our perception. Okay? So um, you know, there's the awareness that you have, right? It gives us intentional participation, excuse me. um to create the world with God, right? So if God is our imagination, our awareness, right, or our consciousness, okay, then we are creating through God, right? And God is creating through us, right? So this can also be seen as everything is already created and you're just simply choosing that version of yourself. It's the same thing, right? Um, so, from Neville Goddard, they have that concept that everything is already created. All things are already created. Creation is finished, right? So it's the same idea, but even though creation is finished, you're choosing which version of yourself that you want to experience, right? So even when I say that you're creating something, right? You are technically creating it, however, it's already created. Does that make sense? I know it gets a little confusing because of human words. It's hard to explain in a human fashion, but that's what it is, right? So I hope you got something beneficial out of the video. I hope that it helped you in some way. And all my links will be down in the description. Um, like, comment, and share the video so we can get this out to more people. And I will see you in the next one. Peace.